My name is Dejun Qian. I'm the CEO of BC. Currently, I'm the visionary and the principal for Fusion. Fusion, a lot of people, they are talking about Fusion because they think Fusion is trying to solve the problem of interoperability. But from my perspective, interoperability is just one thing. Actually, Fusion is trying to provide the finance infrastructure for the next generation finance market. No matter what it is, maybe some cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, some smart contract platform like Ethereum, and any other tokens, no matter what it represents, maybe it just represents a fiat currency like US dollar, or some token represents a real estate. All of those tokens can be locking on Fusion so that people can build a smart contract, financial smart contract with different multi-players and among different tokens. And we can have a very interesting different type of function on it. The smart contract on Fusion can be triggered by not only the transactions, but also the time and the event itself. At the same time, we also realize the value across the time. We have a function called the time lock. The time lock actually, we can use this function to split the token into two parts, because if you are talking about the ownership of one token, you own it from now to forever. But on Fusion, you can divide it into two parts. One is from now to a time you set. Another part is from the time you set to forever. So by this means, people can realize the value across the time. In the future, I think the finance will be everywhere. Today, people always go to the financial institutions to have the finance services. But in the future, people can find the finance service everywhere on the internet. Just like, as we said, the internet value, people can find the different financial instruments just using the browser explorer to find the right one. Maybe in the future, the banks actually they become the developer on the financial infrastructure like Fusion we provide. The Fusion token will be used as a gas to support financial smart contract running on Fusion. And we also use the Fusion token to be the motivation for the nodes to provide the function of determination of the different events, which will be very helpful for Fusion to have the smart contract triggered by event and time, so that you can see the circulation will be people pay the token to the nodes, and then the nodes will work for the Fusion network. The key milestone can be divided into two parts. One is technology. So far, we're going to release our testnet in May, and probably if no big bug in the testnet, we are probably announcing the mainnet in June. That will be very fast for Fusion. On the other hand, there will be the business development. Actually, we are trying to set up a very interesting organization in Fusion Foundation. The name is the Industry Adoption Team, which will be led by the very experienced people in the financial market in Wall Street. And they will help us to have the conversation with the traditional financial market and ask them to adopt the Fusion technology. We are looking forward to have as much token as possible running on Fusion. Today people just evaluate the projects by the market cap and maybe by the ICO running on one platform. But in the future, we are trying to open a new era. You can see only the blockchain has the ability to solve the interoperability problem. They can have different tokens running on one blockchain. Fusion is not a company, so I think the biggest challenge is how to have the community well organized and contribute to this project. I think, you know, not only the value of token we are looking at, on the other hand, we're also looking for the financial application developers and the financial application development companies. They can be a part of the community. They develop the application very interesting and disruptive, easy to use financial application running on Fusion.